Hello, and welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. Today I'm not going to be going down the list like I usually do, trying to do these various shows I've had planned. Something happened this past week. Matter of fact, Monday, an actress, Tracy Crow, however you pronounce it, Crough, of the Partridge Family, passed away. I wanted to do a little tribute to her because I remember watching the show as a kid. Partridge Family was a sitcom about a widowed mother that had 5 kids, and they performed. They were a singing group. It had Keith Partridge, David Cassidy was the lead singer. You had Lori, sister, played the keyboard. You had Danny Partridge, Danny Bonaducci, played the guitar. You had Chris, that played the drums, and youngest one that just passed away, Tracy, she played a tambourine. And then their mother was Shirley Jones. She was the head of the matriarch of the family, and they made it look like the family, they all sang together, but in reality, the only two that did the singing were David Cassidy and Shirley Jones. They'd have them get on stage and ad-lib like they were a band performing. So there were no concerts or anything featuring the Partridge Family. It was just a sitcom. Little information on Suzanne. She was born March 6, 1963 in Fullerton, California. Died April 27, 2015 in Laughlin, Nevada. She cause of death is not disclosed. She was 52 years old. They said that death was sudden. The Partridge Family had a reunion on the Today Show back in 2010, and she was on that. And little information on her career. Filmography. She played Tracy Partridge on Partridge Family from 1970 to 1974. I remember watching the first episode when it came out in 1970, and Danny Partridge was kind of the one that was a financial genius in the family, getting them together. And there was a man, Mr. Kincaid, played by Dave Madden, who was looking for talent, and Danny just kept harassing him until he would do something about their song, get them known, and very, very funny show to watch. Other things she did was Goober and the Ghost Chasers, doing the voice of Tracy Partridge. 74 to 75, the Partridge Family, 2200 AD, played Tracy Partridge. I have no idea what that was. 1976, did a thing called Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway. 1977, Fred Flintstone and Friends did one of the voices. She was on a show called Mulligan Stew in 1977 for 7 episodes, played the character Stevie Friedman. I actually remember that show. It starred Eleanor Donahue, who was a mother, and they had several kids. I thought it was a pretty good show. I think it only lasted through the fall of 77, and then I guess the ratings were low or something. Wasn't on that long. She 1978 short called Teenage Father. She played the part of teenage mother. In 1978, The New Adventures of Wonder Woman, Girl 2 minor role. So that's basically what she did as an actress. But I do remember her from the Partridge Family. I do remember watching the Partridge Family and enjoying the show. And just wanted to do a little tribute to her. And as always, thanks for watching.